Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of 2006. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerged. say that sort of opens the playbook now. Second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Tate. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
That is caught left side by Bryant. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Brings up 2nd and 4. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Cyber, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be
this one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Lance now on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I almost ignore them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Dancing to his left. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback charge. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown. Tyrell Williams. 60 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lance now to throw. Drops this off with Nwangu. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation. A top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him...
Got a man, it's caught. And finally out of view for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try again. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kene Nwangu with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 56 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's third down and inches. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. First and 10 at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. On second down, Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Swift. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Being chased out left. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
A 31-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but you know.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lance to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm too, and he showed it off here. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game.
21, Lions 17.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Lance. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Play action, now it's Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
17.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your...
There he goes left side. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
On first down, Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Tarvarius Moore on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 29.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Lions 17.
Now Kaepernick looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Lions up to go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And a 49er first down.
Give left side here for Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On play action, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to open. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Nick Bosa had an outstanding freshman campaign in 2019 with a 9-sack season and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. Went down with a knee injury in Week 2 last year, and the Niners' fortunes seem to sag right along with it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He got 29 yards that time. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come, and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll go right back to the Wagyu. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Lance going to throw. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike spot four. Guys, stay situated.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Lions 30.
So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the 49er hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 91 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Another run now for Nwangu. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the give is Nwangu. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football.